And then we have our myrrh. Everyone's familiar with myrrh mostly for the use of it as an incense, but we do use it internally and don't just burn as smoke. We use the gum resin, and that's what you see here. The action is specific, very antiseptic. It's an emmenagogue, which means that it will promote menstruation. It's astringent, it's an expectorant, and it's also an antispasmodic. So the systems it enters are the integumentary and the digestive. The taste is bitter, spicy, and the energy is neutral. It's one of the best antiseptics for wounds. So for those who have ever heard of this book called the Bible, it's in there. They talk a lot about frankincense and myrrh and how they used it to wash the wounds from people, and why they used it for wound was not only will it regenerate cellular healing, but it also is very antiseptic. So it's gonna like clear out the infection before we pack it, because we don't want to pack an infection into the wound. And myrrh is really good at promoting cellular regeneration of the skin. So if you do use it on a wound, definitely make sure that you've cleaned it out and gotten the infection out before you pack it. Also really great for a sore throat, indigestion, gas, stomach ulcers, and even for painful menstruation, because it is an antispasmodic. So it's not really going to work on the pain as much as it's just going to work on slowing down the uterine spasms that are occurring during menstruation. There is a couple of cautions when you're using myrrh. First of all, be cautious or don't use during pregnancy. Long-term, large doses can actually be hard for the kidneys to process. So we say to only use it for short term and not to use if you have limited kidney function, because we don't want the kidneys to have to do any more work to process the herb. We would prepare it as a powder, a tincture, or an oil. The powder dosages are very small, so before everything has been 3 to 6 grams. This is 1 to 5 grains, so not grams, but 1 to 5 grains of the powder, or 3 to 12 grams in a formula. So once you powder this, it becomes very concentrate. That's why you only want 1 to 5 grains. If you don't powder it, then you can use 3 to 12 grams in a formula. And if you take a tincture, you really only want 1 to 3 mils of the tincture 2 to 3 times a day.